Well, hello there. Welcome to Maximized Growth LLC. My name is Tasha Scott, and I am the owner. And I am doing a series this season around the book by Dr. John Maxwell, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. If you have caught the first three videos, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. If this is your first time being introduced to me, Maximize Growth is a training and development company that's located in Montgomery, Alabama. I love introducing leaders to themselves. It's a journey that I've been on of self awareness. It's one where I love to come alongside leaders and help them also to become self aware, to really improve in their communication and know how to have the strategies to build team unity. And at the end of the day, I have this saying, I don't know where I heard this from, but the one who's the most self aware is the one who has the responsibility. And leaders, isn't it time that we stop blaming everyone else for why our companies are not productive, why our teams are not productive, and really look in the mirror and ask ourselves, what am I doing to hold this progress up or this productivity up? And this chapter is near and dear to my heart because what we're talking about in the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth today, chapter 4, we're talking about law number 4, and that's the law of reflection. Listen to this. Learning to pause allows growth to catch up with you. And sometimes we can be in go, go, go mode all the time that we forget to just pause. We forget to take the moments to breathe. And if that's been you lately, then you are in the right place. So I'm going to give you 4 points around the power of pausing. And let me tell you, it's something, again, I'm doing this for me, but I'm paying it forward for you. There is some power in pausing. There's power in just stopping and catching our breath and really learning to reflect on what's working in our lives right now, what's working in our businesses, what's not working, where do we need to ask for help. These are questions that really they won't come to us until we do this law right here, the law of reflection. So it says here, follow effective action with quiet reflection. From the quiet reflection will come even more effective action. So, if you want to be more effective, sometimes we got to slow down so that we can speed up. So, let's talk about these 4 principles around the power of pausing. Number 1, reflection turns experience into insight. I'm going to repeat that. Number 1, reflection turns experience into insight. Experience is not the best teacher. In this book, Dr. John Maxwell says, evaluated experience is. Just because we went through something, just because we have history, doesn't mean we learned from it. We have to literally take time to pause, to reflect, and evaluate our processes. One of my favorite ways to do that is in journaling. I keep journals around me all the time. I'm literally writing out, again, my favorite questions. What's working? What's not working? Where do I need help? Take the time to pause, understand what your experience is trying to teach you, and make changes on the journey. And that only happens when we pause to reflect. Number 2, everyone needs a time and a place to pause. Stopping to reflect is one of the most valuable activities people can do to grow. Identify and create a thinking place. When I'm doing my trainings, I love to ask this question, and it usually catches people off guard when I ask it. But I ask them, when is the last time that you put you on your calendar? Like we have appointments for business, for our work, for doctor's appointments. We have appointments for our children or family members. But when is the last time that you literally just put, for me, it'd be Tasha time, reflection time? When is the last time, or have you ever thought about putting you on your calendar? I'm telling y'all, it works. It's one of those things that we can wish that we had time, or we can be intentional with our time. Number 3, pausing with intention expands and enriches thinking. If we can learn how to literally just think, taking the time to reflect and think, having that alone time, I guarantee you a minute of thought, I love he said this, is worth more than an hour of talk. And in our society today, I heard a coach say this, and I was like, yep, amen. And sometimes in our society, we're told what to think, but very rarely are we told how to think. And what I'm sharing with you today in the law of reflection is some of us have been so bombarded with thoughts. We've been bombarded, and when I mean thoughts, external thoughts. We've been bombarded with information overload that sometimes we need to get so still and so quiet. There's two important voices that we need to lean into more than any of them: God's voice and our voice. And a lot of times, those voices are not going to come audibly. It's going to be in the stillness. It's going to be in the pause. It's going to be in the reflection. And I guarantee you, try it. Put yourself on your calendar. Have moments of reflection. It could be reflecting from the day that you just had, or the morning, or the day ahead. But again, you can borrow my questions if you want to. What's working? What's not working? Where do I need help? If it's at the end of the day, did I show up today? And allow yourself some time to think through this. Or it could be around your goals or around your dreams. God's voice and your voice, the two most important voices that you could hear right now, so that you can literally understand. Take the noise away, take the external factors away. What's going on inside of you? That happens during this law right here, the law of reflection. And number 4, when you take time to pause, use your eyes. And he has 4 eyes. Investigation. Continual growth from experiences is only possible when we discover insights and truths within them. The next one, incubation, listening and learning, taking an experience of life and putting it into a slow cooker of your mind to simmer for a while. There's going to be some things in your life that you're going to have a thought and you're going to be able to act on it. But then there's going to be other thoughts that you're literally going to need to just let them simmer. It may not even be for you to say anything to anyone right now, or when you do speak it, it may be just speaking it in your safe place, in your inner circle. But listening and learning. Illumination is the next one. This is where we have our aha moments, and those are the rewards for committing time and effort to pausing and reflecting. And then the last one, illustration. That's where we can now take those thoughts and we actually can bring them to life. We actually start fleshing out our ideas. Have you ever thought about the power of pausing before? I challenge you. I double dog dare you to take some time for yourself and literally put you on the calendar. And every time I do this video, I always end with a challenge. And so here's my challenge. Here's my decree to you and my challenge for you. 1, you are necessary. You are worth the fight. Because some of y'all, when you heard put yourself on your calendar, your brain automatically went on tilt and you were like, I don't have time for that. I've got this going on. I've got that going on. There's only 24 hours in a day, yada, yada, yada. All those beliefs that came up, limiting beliefs. But here's what I want to challenge you: start where you are. For you, it may just be a minute. And that's a start, right? That's a start. For some of y'all, it may be 5 minutes. Some of you do have the luxury of maybe your lunch break. Maybe one day out of the week you go on lunch by yourself. I remember I used to sit in the car when I was working a corporate job. I used to go on my lunch break. And I remember these days because I would sit in the car and I would sit under a tree and I literally would just turn off the radio and I literally would just sit in the silence. And I'm telling y'all, there's something powerful about the pause that causes you to literally connect with yourself and connect with God. And this is what I want to challenge you: create that space for you to consistently and effectively pause and reflect. Put yourself on your calendar. Start where you are. Start again. It can be a minute, it can be 5 minutes, but wherever you need to grow, As you're pausing, learn how to create the questions in that area and allow this to be your personal space and your personal time to reflect. Again, I'm going to say mine again. My go-to questions: what's working? What's not working? Where do I need help? And at the end of the day, this is really about more about who you're becoming in the process over what you're doing. So, do you accept my challenge? If you do, put a yes in the comments below and just go for it. Just do it. All you have to do is try. All you have to do is take it one day at a time. But I promise you, if you take this challenge, there is power in pausing. This is all about the law of reflection. Thank you so much for tuning into this video today. Again, I'm Tasha Scott. If you enjoyed this video, please, like I always say, like the video, subscribe to this YouTube channel, share this video out with someone that you know who desperately needs this information. And I'm here on this journey. Again, this was law number 4 from the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And I'll be doing a video for each law as a book review. And I hope that this helped you. I hope that this blessed you, or you had some kind of either aha or reminder that you, my friends, are necessary. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.